Welcome back to Whitt Acres. Today we're giving the ducks some shade. Hey goats, got some paracord here and a tarp. I think we're at about 15 days since the last rain, and it's been clear and sunny ever since. We're having a scorcher today. It's about 88 degrees, but the real feel in the sun is 97. So I've been seeing my ducks out here trying to get some shade under my existing shade structure, but I think they need a little bit more. So they have their house they can go into for some shade, and the house itself provides some shade whenever it's not straight up and down. We have this little pallet system over here with a board just so they can go under, get some shade here, and then now this time of day the barn's starting to cast some shade as well. But all their water here in the splash zone sits out in the sun, warms up, and it's probably not as refreshing now in the afternoon. I do switch it out so they're all fresh and clean this afternoon. I have these 3 fence posts here that I'm thinking about using this tarp, folding it into a triangle, and then strapping it up to, or tying it with the rope to these 3 posts, trying to make a little tent here and add a little bit of shade during the time of day that they don't get it anywhere else. It'll also be nice to get some shade on the poles for a period of time during the day so they're not as hot as well. And then at this point in the day, the shade will actually be casting out into the pasture, and I can set up their pole in that spot of shade too. So hopefully it'll work a little bit of multi-purpose and we can get these ducks a little bit more shade out here. I have a few other little jobs I want to knock out, but I'm going to try and get this tarp up here first so I can have some shade for the ducks and see if they go into it while I'm working on the other things. Put you in the shade over here. The first thing I want to do is make sure the tarp's going to be able to fold to the right size I need between these 3 posts. It'll start in that corner and come all the way to this corner, and then I need to fold under or over this tab, and then that one reaches all the way to the post. I do have grommets here in the tarp that I'm thinking of attaching to the top here with the rope. I have eyelets in the tops of the posts to hold my duck array up to keep the hawks out of the pen. So far it's been working. I haven't had any so far I have not had any hawk attacks, so I'm really happy with it. But I forgot I only have an eyelet on this post and not those 2 posts. So I'm gonna have to get down to the shed and grab 2 more eyelets to put them in there and then try and get this stretched up. The grommets I'm using aren't gonna fully come to this side, so I'll probably just have to have a length of rope going here to the grommet, and then I'll have a little excess, so I'll have to figure out how to tighten up. Well, I didn't come up fully planned out, so I'm gonna have to go down to the shed and grab some more pieces. Hey chickies, how you doing in the bird box? Doing good? I had to give them an extra larger water here because we're having some hot days, but they're doing so much better here in the brooder. After we're done with up at the barn, I'm gonna come down here and move them. I want to get this box shifted over, give them some fresh grass. They've been in that spot for about 3 days now, and they're putting some work down on the yard. Those will do. And then my dad also picked up some twist wire that I can use to secure up the goat fence. So after we get the duck shade up, I'm gonna be doing a couple little projects around. I also want to head out to the chicken tractor and secure their feeder because they're getting a little bit bigger and the feeder is starting to bow, and I want to keep it up off the ground. So we're gonna have to head out there and check on the broilers as well. I was waiting for this strawberry to ripen, and a bird came and stole it, or a rabbit, something came and stole my strawberry. That was gonna be the first one to ripen. Dang it. Come on, pup. Yeah, you're just shade hopping from tree to tree. Good boy. I hear you, goats. How you doing? Hey, buddy. Yeah, you both are getting big. Hi. Hi, goats. Hi, goats. fold this back because it's a little bit too long, and I think too short will be better. All right, ducks, you can come check it out. Got the tarp up. It's not exactly how I was picturing, but it will add some shade here for the poles and the ducks. Kind of fills in the triangle here. I had to work with the shape of the tarp that I had. I didn't want to use one of the bright colored tarps that we have. We have some blue and we have some silver, but I figured the camo tarp would look the best up here. I don't want to block too much area. I just wanted to try and add some extra shade for the ducks. I had to do some type of accordion fold on that one to try and get it to actually fit into the space. So I may have to come in here and dump out the water if it ever rains here. We're at a 15-day dry stretch right now, and we don't have any rain in sight going through the first half of June. But we have a little bit of shade on the one pole as well as a little bit of shade on the outside in the pasture that they can use. But I'm going to call that a success. We're doing little upgrades every day and we'll never be finished. Puppy out here enjoying the sun, buddy. Yeah. Hey, goats. Yeah, you have some shade, don't you? You're almost all in the shade. Piggies. You guys taking a nap? Huh? You ate all your lunch. How you guys doing? You're warming up to me a little bit, huh? Yeah, you were letting me pet you and feed you by hand? Yeah, you nice little piggies. So I haven't named these pigs yet, so if you have any good names, drop them in the comments down below. If any of them are good, I might end up picking one. We have one with spots and one that's just all pink, so we'll see how they grow up, see if that changes. But ladies, you almost got the boxes completely full. All right, now I need to head out to the chicken tractor way out in the sun in the pasture and add a chain support to their feeder. It'll be real quick. I just have to hook a chain up and tighten it, and it's just out there in the sun. I'm coming, chickens. I'm really glad I can see how dark the grass is where I have been pulling the chicken tractor. We haven't had any rain, so the fertilizer that they're dropping really isn't actually going into the roots of the grass yet. So it's kind of getting burnt up. But once we get a good rain, I think this whole top strip that they already ran is going to be nice and dark green. I was able to get, I think, 19 moves all the way out to the end of the pasture here, and then I turned it around and it's sitting on its first move back. So we're going to probably get another 2 weeks coming back to the barn on this side, and we'll see how big they are at that point. But they're getting pretty big right now. I added a shade cloth here that I used to have on the greenhouse. It got all beat up, so I repurposed it up here because since I turned around the chicken tractor here, they don't have much shade with all the backing and nothing on the front. But the shade cloth is helping out a lot with that. Stay in there, chickens. Coming in. Stay in there. Excuse me. Yeah, you're not as rowdy once you're all fed, huh? Yeah, but whenever I'm bringing food in here, you guys are all jumping on me. So I already have eyelets here in the feeder. I just need to hook this chain I brought up on it. Turn that downward. We're gonna lift this up a little bit and add some support to the center and just screw it into the roof, maybe here. I need to open up a chain link so I can get a screw through it. There you go, chickens. That'll be a lot better for you. Puppy, you're not doing a very good job of herding these chickens. We're gonna have to get them back inside, bud. Come on, pup. Get these chickens back inside. Come on, chickens. Come on. Come on, back inside, broilers. Come on, come on. Follow the leader. You all go inside. Come on, chickens. Come on. Oh, I lost Puppy. Come on, chickens. No, don't go that way. Back in the door. Come on, back inside. This was supposed to be a quick job. I know. You don't usually come out, huh? Come on. Little bump. Whoa. Whoa. Too far, too far. It's like dribbling soccer balls here. Get back in. Good job. I did give them more water out here because they were going through all of it within their 24 hours that I switch it out. So now I put a bigger bucket there in the corner, probably a 6-gallon bucket, and one of their square ones. So they're making it 24 hours still, but they're going through at least 5 gallons a day. And they'll be good until I feed water them and move their tractor tonight. What are you doing, puppy? You trying to hunt something? I guess you can use that shade too, ducks. I didn't work hard for your other shade. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, goats. Out here in the goat enclosure, I have a bit of a tedious job to do today in the hot sun. I'm going to be going around and tightening up all the chain link. We have them attached to the fencing posts, but I don't have it fully secured to where I want goats to be jumping on it yet. So I've got something new here that I'm going to be attaching it with, and hopefully it all works. My dad went and picked up these bar ties. You can get them in the concrete section. They're for masonry work when you're tying in a support system for your concrete. And they're going to work out nicely for doing the piping here and twisting in the chain link onto the post. Oops, puppy lost me. He went into the barn to try and find me. Now he can't get out. Hey, bud. Puppy, you bothering the ducks? Hey, puppy. Come on. Hey, bud, is it only a one-way in? You can get in, but you can't get out. Come on. Good boy. We got work to do in the hot sun. So I have one done here on the post already. They come like this with a little twist on it, and they're not long enough for going around my post just once. So I have to attach 2 of these together and then tighten it around. That's gonna put a nice firm grab on the chain link. So I'm gonna pull another one off the strip here, and then we're gonna put these 2 together. There we go. Just like that. 2 of them together, and then that'll be long enough to go around my post. Once you make a circle around the post, you're going to line those 2 up, and you use this tool that has a little swivel hook on it. And you're going to put that through both of them, and then just grab and twist. I'm going to be doing double ties to have it extra secure, so I'm going to show you here. We're going to go around the tie on the back, line these 2 up, put the hook through, and then you just spin your wrist. It easily ties it all down, nice and tight, but not too much to snap it. And then you just bend it around out of the way so the goats don't get their nose caught on it. And that's tight. Well, something must be dead over the hill. We got a lot of turkey vultures flying over, 5 of them circling. So the bar ties came in a pack of 100. I have 13 posts that I need to do, and I have to double them up. So I think I'm gonna do 3 on each. That'll be, I think, 78 ties, and then we'll see if any of them need a little bit extra. All right, I'm done, and I used all 100 of the bar ties, and I only broke 3 of them. So I mainly did bottom, middle, and middle high. I didn't go to the top on most of them because I didn't need to. I have a couple supports on the top edge, and I'm gonna be running a tension cable across the top, so I don't need these ties up there. Where I wanted them was extra support where the goats are gonna be jumping and bumping up against, rubbing the fence line. So I wanted some extra support holding back from the goats pushing out on the fence. You find some shade pop. We are getting a little bit of shade, but most of this project was in the sun. I got these T-posts connected with the cattle panel. I did 4 connections, 4 ties on all of these. So this is the front, and I believe the goats are gonna be jumping on it the most to see me coming up from that side. So they'll probably be hanging out on this front line the most. And the rest of these pipe got 3 ties each. So I did the bottom, middle, and then middle high. I didn't go to top line on this side either. I really want it for them jumping on it. Hopefully they won't bust up the pallets or anything. I'm really happy with the design and use of this product. It was actually really simple to put them around and put the hook through and twist it. You just have a little spin of the wrist. You don't actually have to use any batteries or anything. So it was really nice to use. I did get very dirty hands handling these with the black finish that they have on them, so I'm gonna have to go wash up a little bit, but I'm done out here and now I can go in and cool down. I am very close to getting the goats up here into their new enclosure. I have to put this main big gate on where I'm sitting here, and then the main big gate on the front of the building to hold them in at night. So I have to wait for my brother to do some welding and get those done, and then I can mount both of those gates and we'll be able to bring the goats up here. I also do need to shift around this wood pile. I think the goats would be all right if I just take this log out, because it looks like they could run across that log and jump right over the back fence there. But if I take this one out, I think they'll be all right, but maybe gonna have to take this one out too, so they're not as close to the fence. I think they'll be all right, but we're gonna take these 2 bigger ones out and maybe some of this smaller stuff to open up some more grassy area for them to play around this log pile. And then they should have enough logs here still to climb on. Come on, pup. So we're gonna finish this video up by going down and moving the bird box for the first time. I haven't moved it yet. The birds have been in there for a few days now and they've been hurting the grass. So I wanna get it moved before they do too much damage. And it would be nice to move it for the first time, see how the design works. All right, so out here in the yard, we have the bird box. I'm keeping it in the yard to keep it close to the house, make it easier to take care of them and try and keep them safer. Plus it's giving Squat some company. This is Squat's day pen over here, my handicapped chicken. And he's hanging out here with his feeder in the shade so he can get some time out on the grass, and he can hear these other chickens playing beside him. So this is the front of the box, and it's made to get pulled forward. However, I want to move it sideways into this location to keep it on the side of the yard. I don't want to bring it out here into the open. I want to kind of move it to the side. So I think what I'm going to do is grab the rope and do a little pivot move on that back right corner and have the front end on the face over here. All right, little ones, time for your first move. You gotta pull your feeders out. I like the lid. It has the chains on it. Keeps it open whenever I have to access this. You got the 2.5 gallon water here. Pull everything out. You probably don't need these little mason jar waters anymore, but I'm gonna need them for the next round of birds that we get here in a couple weeks. Well, my phone died. I had to go charge it up a little bit, so now I'm ready to move the bird box. All right, girl. Watch your toes. All right, that's not too bad. Bring this corner up just a little bit more. It's pretty good. Keep it out of the garden there. Okay, so they're going through checking out all the new grass in there, finding all the bugs. I'm gonna get their food and water back in, and look at where they just came from. They really mowed it down. I might even come out here with a watering can to sprinkle this to wet the fertilizer that they just put on. Squat, do you need help, bud? Did you fall over? Yeah, Squat, you fell over your brick. Come here, bud. There you go. Get a drink, get some food. How's that, bud? You comfy? All right, let me know if you need anything. Well, the tarp I put up for the ducks is inside the shade of the barn, so it's really not even needed right now. So I'll see tomorrow whenever we have another hot sunny day, whether or not the ducks end up using it. All right, that's gonna be all for this one. I wanna save some time this evening to do some planting down in the garden. I am gonna be doing some planting up at the barn, but we're gonna be using the animals to help me. So stick around if you wanna see that, and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button before you leave, and you can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching.